Good evening or something, guys. How are you? As always, I'm traveling. I'm on the most scuffed setup ever. You may also be able to tell I'm like actively dying of sickness, so I do apologize for my voice. And if I never post any videos ever again, then I did in fact die. Unfortunate, and yeah, we'll all just need to move on from that. So today's video, I had kind of asked you guys, what is like some content you want to see? A lot of people brought up Doom Tower, and that's like Doom Tower is actually like one of my favorite areas of the game, and something I like to do. Anyway, why am I clicking on Faction Wars? Probably the dying. So yeah, this is actually like one of my favorite areas of the game. I really enjoyed finagling my way through it, figuring out how to beat all of the bosses. And yeah, just, the secret rooms. As you can see, I haven't done all of them yet. But yeah, just kind of working my way through this with the champs that I have. This was really fun to me. So today I'm going to show you a team. Again, this is not a revolutionary team. But the thing about these raid videos is there's like constantly players coming and going, joining. So like a team that you knew about like 5 years ago is brand new, to somebody coming across it. So keep that in mind. So the main champions of this team are Geomancer and Venomage. So if you don't have those champions, before you go all, oh my god, I don't have those champions, because I understand Geo, super sought after champ. Venomage, maybe not so much, although definitely like one of my favorite champs, really fun champ, I think. So if you don't have any of those champions, I did do a video 1 month ago that nobody watched. Well, I'm just kidding. 445, I'm happy with it. I'm like, if it's anybody, I'm excited. I made this cute thumbnail with the spider burning in flames. There's the spiderlings. I'm very talented. Adorable. So if you don't have the champs that I'm about to show you, watch this one instead, because you will have all these. It's literally just Drexar Blood Twin and like whichever healers you own, which I know that you should have a bunch just from, I did like 10 variations of this team. Drexar, Syl, Doom Priest, Python, Ugo, Rector, Ox the Remember, Demitha, like literally there's so many healers in the game. So check that one out if you don't have these champions. So this is just sort of the classic, making the boss kill themselves with Geomancer strategy. Again, if you don't have Geomancer, I'm sorry, take a look at that other one instead. I do have an all epic loadout here, and as you can see, this is floor 110 of the hard Doom Tower. So if you're over here or lower down here, this strategy should work for you because it works at the highest level. So naturally, it should work the further you go down. I put Geo in the lead for the HP. You could do accuracy or, whatever you're using. So basically, these are the two key components, and you wouldn't technically need this one. You just need someone with heal reduction, which if you look at the list of champions that have this, it's actually like a somewhat rare debuff. So I'll pick Venomage, but again, if you have something else applying this debuff, then please, by all means, go through it. Take a look through your champs and see what you have. Geo, and then I've just surrounded them by healers because we need to stay alive. And again, there's nothing super de-duper special about the ones I've selected here. You could totally go through and pick like anybody, right? Python, Brogni is very good champ if you happen to own that. Let's see who else we've got here. Syl of the Drakes. Padric's got some healing potential in him. If you have Alatron Blademaster, that's like just an insane champion, period. Let's move on to the more accessible epics, though. Vogoth. We've got Ugos. We got multiple Ugos, Demitha. Same ones I was showing you from the other video, right? Ox the Rememberer. Did we pass over Syl? Like, even rares, there's Reliquary Tender, so Doom Priest. Yeah, so healing, it's not that unique. Hopefully you guys, at this point in your life, have somebody who can heal. and keep people alive. So I don't even remember who I had it on. I think I did do a little team setup. If you have good builds on everybody, you probably wouldn't even need to do a team setup because it'll just naturally eventually work. But if you want to kind of maximize it, I would say I told Geo not to use either of these abilities in the second wave, mainly because it takes forever for him to walk up and do this one. And then obviously we want to conserve this one for the third round. And then yeah, prioritize that on the third round. And then Veno told him not to use this on the second wave, and then prio it on the third wave. So you can do something like that. Also, if it's your first time beating this boss, there's no shame in manualing it if you need to do that, just to be confident that you beat it. Okay, so here is my super duper exciting run. We're gonna go through the waves. As always with the Doom Tower boss, their goal is not to challenge you with the waves, so the waves are pretty easy. We do have some duchesses here, so it's maybe a little bit annoying, but as you can see, they don't have a lot of HP or defense, so not a big issue. Even though I don't have any champions that are notoriously strong for clearing waves, it's going fine, so, you know, we'll get through it. And then, I mean, if you felt like there was room in your team to bring a wave clear, you can do whatever the heck you want, but I'm just going safe here, and I brought as many healers as possible, in addition to my Venomage and my Geomancer. Second wave is a little better because we don't have all the duchesses, so I don't have to worry about the mega revives and veils and all this good stuff. So hopefully this one will be a little easier to clear out, so it's, you know, with my kind of slow team, it's maybe like 1:30 on the waves. We've got Jotun, you know, the fake Torment, or I'm sorry, not Torment. Who is that guy? Turvold, yeah. The fake Turvold. And so we'll just clean out this Venus and move on to the boss. All right, big. So now here's when those presets are going to start coming into play. Because the thing about the this boss is that if the spiderlings are counterattacking, she's healing, right? That's what's up with the flashing green healing animation. So that's why we have to have Venomage here, because we want the spiderlings to counterattack so that it's doing damage with the Geo passive, but we can't deal with the healings. So thus the heal reduction. And that's my amazing combo. And then aside from that, we're constantly getting bombarded with attacks and poisons. So that's why I've brought other cleansers like Mausoleum Mage, healers like Rectordreth, and then I've got Ugo. Again, you can use like really whoever you want. You could totally accomplish this fight using different healers or different heal reduction people. Does not necessarily have to be this. And then again, if you don't have the Geo, take a look at the video I showed you where I'm just using Drexstar Blood Twin and healers and doing the same thing, albeit a little bit slower. Okay, so not bad. 239, 78 turns. Geo has 9 million damage. Everybody else existed. Proud of them. Thank you for that. Obviously, Rector is like my strongest healer. Mausoleum Mage is a very good champion. Ugo, again, like we showed you, there are so many options that you could pick. Who is your favorite healer? I don't know, but just use them, pick them out, and use them in this fight. Like if you know, like when I show it, I'm trying to show you relatively accessible champs. But like if you have Pythion, or you could use Mithrala if you're using heal reduction, because she does have a lot of AoE. So careful of using her if you don't have the heal reduction, you know, like I have Wreck of Tide, but I'll try and Blade Master, Sill of the Drakes. Obviously, let's go down to the more accessible epics. Mausoleum Mage, Vogoth, Godseeker Aniri, Nia's got a heal. I have 2 Ugos, Demitha, Ox the Remember. Definitely no shortage of healers in the game. Even there's like Doom Priest you could even use, you know, coming down here. Even in rares, there's like Reliquary Tender is a cleanser, so Yeah, I trust that you, or I mean, I really hope you've got somebody in there that you can do something with. So let me show you my builds. Let's just start with the important people. That's my Venomage build. You don't have to go full crazy. You don't have to have like a Kraken Venomage build. Like you can see I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got like 4 or 5-star items. It's an accuracy set. Like there's no need to be ridiculous about this, right? Like just have some HP, have some defense, have some speed, have enough accuracy for the fight you're doing, and that's really all you're going to need. Your stats would not have to be exactly this. They could definitely be less. That's the masteries I went with, kind of like, you know, standard war mastery path and things like Master Hexer and Sniper that makes sense for a debuffer. This is the Geomancer build I was using. This is my Iron Twins Geomancer build. I do have like accuracy banner, accuracy chest, because you have to have like stupid amount of accuracy. But you don't need that much for that Doom Tower fight, so like definitely if you want to bulk up with some HP and stuff, go for it. Honestly, this is probably a pretty bad build in general. I haven't looked at this in like, I don't know, like at least like 2 years, so this is simply the build. It's fine, but you know, again, it's not a terribly impressive build. And that's actually funny. That's like the first time I've looked at these masteries in forever. Probably this tree and this tree is better. I don't know. I'm sure I just copied some random masteries and there you have it. And then if you do have healers such as Rector Dreth, you know, just get them in the supporty sets. Like this is Relentless, a little bit of Stone Skin. Mausoleum Mage I have in a shield set because I use him with like Seer and Taurus and people that work off of buffs. So, but again, you know, supports, there's so many sets. You do you. I've got 2 Ugos, standard kind of Ugo Hydra builds. I'm sure I was using this one, but they're like basically they're the same build. They're accomplishing the same thing. Other healers, you know, Demitha, Ox the Rememberer. Where's my Doom Priest? I probably skipped some others, but again, you guys definitely get the gist, you know. I know you know how to build supports and everything. Alrighty, well, hopefully I didn't forget anything. If I did, I'm just using the excuse that I'm sick. And then again, if you don't have these champions, the video with just Druckstar and a bunch of epic healers or even rares, that is definitely a super accessible, albeit a little slower team. And this video is actually from the rotation where it's harder. Like this is the green rotation and I have all these red people. So that's actually a much harder fight than this rotation. So yeah, that works on the even harder rotation. So definitely go for that one if you don't have Geo and Anti-Heal. And as always, you guys, thank you for taking some time to watch the video. Hope you're all doing great and take care of yourselves. Goodbye.